It's a bit strange, really. It reminds me of Lost in Space when I was a kid. Deserty, but almost like a set. And a feeling of somebody like Will Robinson, which is really weird. The ground doesn't feel natural. It's just a little bit shiny.
So is the ground sand?
I thought it was, but when I look at it, it's inside trying to look like outside.
You're inside?
Yes, but I think I felt that it was outside, but it's enclosed.
So when you say it's enclosed, can you see walls? Can you see the end?
It feels like an artificial set. It's
Is there anybody?
It's almost like a stage, or
Is there anybody else around you?
when I first came down, there was a feeling of a young boy. But
So look down at your feet now. Everything's getting brighter and clearer each moment, and your feet are there.
I'm on a stage,
You're on a stage.
and there's nobody in the audience. And it's a setting.
So what are you wearing on your feet?
Sandals, I think.
What colour are they?
Brown.
And as you look up, you notice your legs. Notice what you're wearing, if anything. What your
I've
legs.
got white fabric on my legs, like a skirt, long, cream.
And look further up, and what's on your top half?
Weird. Like a Greek costume. Like we would imagine a Greek costume with crossover at the front, cords.
What about your head? Are you wearing anything on your head?
I don't know if my imagination's just doing it, but it's like there's ringlets and coiling.
What colour is your hair?
It's a sort of dark blonde, brown, but with some blonde in it.
Are you wearing any jewellery or ornaments on your body?
I have a thing on my wrist, like a snake bangle thing.
What colour is it?
Bronzy, darky brown. I don't know what it's made of.
So does it have a pattern on the snake?
Yes, it has patterns in the metal.
And what about the eye? Is that still the same as the metal, or is it a different colour?
As you said it, it looked like ruby, and then it didn't.
And are you carrying anything?
No.
And can you tell me how old you are? What's the first thing that comes
35.
to mind? 35. And what do people call you?
Polly?
Polly. So do you feel you belong here on this stage? Is it something where...
I'm waiting for something to happen.
And do you know what country you're in? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I think I'm in England.
And do you know what year it is?
My head says 1895.
So do you live somewhere around here?
I saw a coach and tall building, but I don't know how far away it is.
So let's go to your home now. We're drifting away, floating away to where it is that you live in the life that you are viewing, where it is that you sleep and eat, and you're arriving there now. So noticing your home, what does it look like?
It's very poor.
It's very
Poor and basic.
mm-hmm.
Basic, not proper bedding, a sheet, no pillows, no wall coverings. It feels very shabby.
And do you live there alone or with anybody?
It's a very small room. I'm there alone.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel emotionally there at home?
Trapped.
Mm-hmm. And what's making you feel trapped?
I don't think I have choices.
So try to find your mother now. Where is she?
She seems more prosperous than me. She's jolly.
What does she look like?
She's got grey hair. She's quite fancily dressed. She's quite chubby. I don't know if she's my real mum.
What makes you say that?
I don't feel anything for her.
So let's see if you can find your father.
It's in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dark figure in the shadows. I don't think it's part of the life.
So in your home now, in this one room, do you cook in this room?
No,
Where do you cook? How do you feed yourself?
we all eat downstairs.
Oh, so you're in the bedroom in this house?
Yeah, I was in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. So who else lives in the house with you?
There's lots of other girls who are all laughing.
And are these girls friends, family? Who are the girls?
We're all together.
And how did you end up all there together? Who's in charge?
The woman. I don't think she's my mother.
Mm-hmm. So how do you spend your daytimes?
We do acting.
You're all actresses.
We're actresses.
Mm-hmm. So do you all get along?
I think we do, yeah.
So
The woman is the woman in charge, and it's her house.
mm-hmm. So who does all the cooking? The woman in charge, or do you all have to do it?
I think we do all do something, but I don't think it's our responsibility. Somebody else's job.
Mm-hmm. So what's your job?
Oh, I'm just me. I don't think I'm quite as good as everybody else. I don't think I'm quite the same.
Why? What makes you say that?
I feel less than them.
In what way? Why?
I don't feel like I quite belong.
How did you come to live in this house? Where were you before?
That's in a bad place.
You was in a bad place.
Street. I was in the streets.
You was on the streets. So let's move back to find out, how did you come to be on the streets? Let's go back just before the time you went on the streets. Tell me what's happening.
I'm in a room with a family, little children. They're very poor. Because I think we're happy. It feels as if we are. There's about 4 little kids. I don't have many clothes.
So are you one of the children?
I'm the oldest sister.
And then what happens?
We're thrown out. Don't know where everybody is.
Who throws you out?
A man.
And who is this man?
I think he's the owner.
So it's just your family gets thrown out. And why?
I think they died.
Who died? Your parents?
Yeah, I think so. I end up alone. I was alone.
So did your parents die before you got thrown out? Or after?
I think my mother died before.
And then you're out on the streets with your father?
It's not very nice.
Who's not very nice? Your father?
My father. He's pulling on my arm.
Why is he pulling your arm?
He's trying to take me somewhere I don't want to go in.
And where's that?
It's a dirty place.
What, a building?
Yeah, people in there drinking.
And where are the other children?
I don't know where they are.
So do you go in this dirty building?
Yeah, there's people drinking.
And then what happens?
He's laughing and showing off.
Is he drinking?
Yeah.
And then what happens?
I feel frightened and I don't know what's happening.
And are you still in this drinking place?
He was still in the drinking place, but I can't feel him now. I think he's left me there.
So is there other people still there with you?
Yeah, they're teasing me.
Why?
Because they can, sort of.
Teasing you about what?
They want me to smile.
But you don't feel like smiling?
I don't know what's happening.
So what happens next?
I'm on the floor. I think there's a dog.
And what are you doing on the floor?
I think I'm trying to get away.
And do you manage to get away?
I'm in the streets and I'm older. I don't know what happened then.
Are you on your own or do you have other dogs?
I'm standing in an empty street on my own.
Is it daytime, nighttime?
I think it's, yeah, evening.
And how old are you now?
About 12 or 13.
And what are you doing on this street on your own?
I've got to go back somewhere.
Where have you got to go?
It's a dark place. I'm going up the stairs to it.
And what's up these stairs?
The lady with the girls.
And why did you have to go back here? Who's told you to go back here?
I don't think there was anything else for me. I was frightened in the place. I had to leave.
You were frightened in the place where everyone was drinking?
Yeah.
So how did you find this place? With the lady and all the girls?
She found me.
She She found you on the street.
She was very brisk and pushed me along.
What did she say?
She told me that I'd be okay and she was going to look after me. But she was very businesslike and very brisk. But she seems to be very, very nice. But she's not ever so, not really, not inside.
What makes you say that?
Just a feeling.
And does she do anything that shows she's not nice inside?
I don't know, I get a feeling that she expects something from all of us. But I don't want to look at what that is. But also that we are actresses as well.
So let's see what it is that she expects from you all.
She's making a bargain with somebody.
And is it a male or female?
A man.
And then what happened?
It's another dirty place with like sacks to lie on.
And you have to do things with the men that she makes the bargains with?
Yeah.
And do all of you have to do that?
I think we do.
Could you leave this place if you wanted to?
I'm afraid to leave.
Why?
Because I'll be hungry.
You'll be hungry.
And I'll be alone.
And how old are you still now?
13.
13. So how do you end up acting? How does that start?
Going to the theatre.
Who took you to the theatre?
A man.
One of the men who she'd made a bargain with?
I think somebody that she knows.
So he took you to see a show?
I think I was doing work.
You was working at the theatre?
I feel like I was helping.
And then what happened?
I'm good. I'm good at it.
Doing what? What sort of work?
Acting. I get the chance. I do some.
And do you enjoy it?
It makes me feel excited and people are looking at me.
So let's go back to this day where you're on the stage with a fake sand. Why isn't there nobody in the audience? Where are the audience?
It's too early yet.
So why are you on the stage on your own?
I'm looking out, waiting for everybody to come.
So all the other girls who live with you in the house, they're all actresses as well?
I don't know if they're still around. I don't. I don't know what happened to them.
So let's move forward a little bit then. So you've been standing on the stage before the show. Let's move forward and see what happens. Where are you now? What's happening?
I'm looking out of a window at the sea, and the sea's going mad. It's a storm. I'm older and I'm wearing black clothes.
So this window you're looking out, is it where you live?
I feel like it's mine, yes. It's small and not very clean.
Who do you live there with?
There are other people. I don't think they're my family.
How old are you now?
I'm older. 40 something.
And have you had any children?
No.
And is there anybody special in your life?
There's a girl that laughs a lot that I'm very fond of.
And she lives with you?
I think she lives here, yes.
And what do you call her?
She's Cherry. She's Sherry? Sherry? She's not very old.
So she's a young girl.
She's had a different life, happy life. She wears different clothes.
What are her clothes like?
Colourful, and she has a white pinny on, and she's always dancing and laughing around. I love her. She's beautiful.
And how do you spend your days?
I'm not really sure. I'm sitting doing something with my hands and maybe with rope. It's not. It seems meaningless, all of it, except for when the girl comes. When the girl comes, she brings so much happiness with her.
So does the girl only stay for a short while each day or once a week? How often does the girl come?
She belongs to the people who the house belongs to.
So who are the people who you live in the house with?
There's an old gentleman with big whiskers. But we're by the sea somewhere. It's like a guest house or something.
But do you live in this guest house permanently?
I live here, yes. I live in the attic. I can actually see out of my attic window into the sea, which is lovely.
And how do you earn a living? How do you pay your way?
I do something with this rope. I don't know if it's to do with fishing or lines, or I just see a bucket.
And the bucket's in your room?
Yes.
And how are you feeling? Are you happy or sad?
I am sad, and my back is starting to arch over like a widow's hump.
And what's causing that?
Years and years and years of this.
So let's move forward to another important day in the life of Polly. Drifting and floating to another important day in this lifetime that we are viewing. And be there now. Tell me what you can see.
I'm dressed really well.
You're dressed well now.
And I'm on the quayside, and I've got a frill on my black suit, skirt, jacket, and I'm happy. I'm waiting for a boat.
And who are you with?
I'm on my own.
And where are you going on this boat?
I don't know if I'm going on it or somebody's coming on it. Oh, I am going on it.
Where are you going? Who else is on the boat?
There's lots of people on the boat. Lots and lots and lots of people on the boat.
And what are they all dressed like?
Poor.
Poor.
Poor. I think we're going to America.
And why are you going to America?
I'm going to be with somebody. I've been sent some money. My brother.
And you're excited?
Yeah. I am. Everything's going to change. It's going to be a whole different life.
How do you know that?
They sent me a letter.
And what did that say?
Told me to come. And I've got my nice clothes. And I'm going.
Are you going to visit or are you going to stay?
I'm going to live there. There's nothing here for me. I've been on my own.
And how old are you now?
I'm getting older. I'm in my 40s. I want to say 47. I'm quite old.
Let's move forward a bit. Let's see what happens when you arrive. Let's move forward to another important day in this lifetime we're viewing. And tell me what you can see.
Oh, hustle and bustle and people everywhere, and a man. It's my brother. I don't know him. I haven't seen him since I was little.
What's it?
And I'm to live with him and his family. I'm to help his wife.
What's it feel like to be back with your brother?
It feels lovely. And I actually feel happy, and that's not usual for me. I've been very solitary, and I've got to be part of the family.
Describe what the house is like.
It's a downstairs room of a big house. There's chaos everywhere in the streets, and the house is very crowded and lots of people.
Who are all the other people then?
They all live in the house. They all have their room.
So it's not all your brother's family?
No, his wife is her hair. It's on her brown hair, shiny, and pinned upon her head as she's feeding a baby. And we're sitting around a table. They don't have much, but it's my family.
So who are all these other people who share the house with your family?
They're immigrants like us. They're very dirty.
Dirty in how they keep themselves or the surroundings?
They're just worn out dirty.
And how do you spend your days here in America?
I help with the children.
How many children are there?
About 7, I think. So a lot of children.
So let's move forward to another important day in this lifetime. Drifting and floating, floating and drifting. We're moving now to another important day in this life that we are viewing. And where are you now?
I'm an old lady and I'm in bed.
Are you still in America?
Yes.
And what's happening? How are you feeling?
It's my time to go. I've had a good life in America. I've been happy. It's been really good.
It's been really hard.
Such kindness. Such kindness.
Kindness from who?
My brother and his family. To be part of everybody. It's time to go.
So you've been able to rely on your brother in this lifetime?
Yeah.
So have you felt understood and supported?
I have had companionship and felt like a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired now, and I've been happy.
So is your body feeling, have you been poorly or are you just tired?
I'm very tired.
How old are you?
I'm an old lady.
Mm-hmm.
I've grey hair on the pillow.
And who's around the bed at the moment? Nobody, or you and your own?
My brother and his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and some grown-up children.
Mm-hmm.
I've been their auntie, and they've been very kind to me. And I've loved them, and I'm going to leave them now.
Mm-hmm.